Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be sorting out a few bits on the compact because we've got an event the 12th of August at L2D in Birmingham. It's an event basically, in a nutshell, to try and keep the place open. There's an MP coming down, I'm not sure which one, and it's televised. There's 30 drivers and I'm lucky to be one of them, as well as Brad. But it's mandatory you have a downturned exhaust for decibels, and this is going to be running a wet day. So as you can see, my exhaust has seen better days, so I'm going to take the left tip off and attempt to weld these two downturns on. This is a welder that I've picked up. Obviously I've had this for a while, but I am no fabricator. I am no fabricator by any means, but you know, have a go. If it falls off halfway through the day, as long as I get up there, it's only a few tacks. That's all it should need, and then we're good. There's a couple of other things I need to do to the car, fluid checks, nut and bolt checks. So it's enough talking, let's get into it. Right, first thing we're going to do is remove the rear bumper. Star bit 45. That's all. That downturn, obviously remove the bumper for better access, and I'm going to cut this off with a grinder, and then we're going to attempt to do something like that on both of them. Let's cut this off. That was only tacked on before. The issue we got now is the diameter of this is exactly the same as that, so ideally it would be nice if it went over it or in it, but it doesn't, so I might just try and butt them up, and if that doesn't work I can always put two slits down here and just pretty much hammer it in. So change the disc and we'll clean up the end. Right, everything's cleaned up. This could be better, but the disc I've got doesn't really get in there, so. But if it fails here, like I said earlier, I'll slit these, pretty much hammer them in and just spot weld them. It's not going to be pretty, but it's just to serve a purpose. I need to move the car further in because the welder lead is quite short. Right, that should be close enough for us. Just going to disconnect the battery and then we can start trying to weld. Right, because I'm a complete muppet and new to welding, it's got like a clown's guide here from what you're welding, what gauge wire, and obviously how thick the material is. So that looks to be maybe 1.5 mil. So I don't know if you can see, where is it? It's quite small. On your 1 mil 8 gauge, which is probably a bit big for this, but you might melt through it. But from there we need this on set in 2 apparently. No, I'm lying, it's 3 because it's just normal steel. So I'm gonna get set up and have a go. That should be good. Well, it hasn't fell off yet. It's not quite straight either, which is annoying, but I'm not cutting it off. I'm going to do a few more tacks around here, chuck the other one on, and then put the bumper back on and see how it looks. Not too bad. Sorry about my voice, I got a bit of a tail end of flu. I'll hold. I'll probably do just a couple more and later on and go from there. Obviously we'll move on to this one now and then we'll give a little tap with a hammer just to make sure it doesn't come off, you know, on a bump on the way up there, because that would be a complete nightmare. this little snob off. Cool. Trying to match the angle. If I can. That's even more skew-if than the first one, but don't matter. Let's try and get a few more because that first tack is horrendous. Seems to be holding, as long as I don't run it across a tyre wall or something like that. I don't think these will they're not going to come off, so that's a success. Said it's not the best. I do plan on having this changed properly in time. I also, obviously everything's time permitting, but I do want to practice welding a lot more. I do enjoy it. The very few times I've had a go, but as you can see, I'm not the best. I'll show you this monstrosity now. For all the people who can weld to have a good laugh. Not the best. Like I said, the fitment's terrible. This one's oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. This one's good. Nice little tacks about. Nice enough. But other than that, guys, I'm going to connect the battery back, move the car forward, chuck the rear bumper on, because this the day in Birmingham, I'm not sure if I mentioned, is obviously if it's raining, it's wet anyway, but if it isn't, they're going to spray the track, so it's going to be a wet day. So the tyres will last ages, which is really good. I think the last time I went there, I only went through one set of tyres, and they were half dead taking them there. So it's really good wear, really good. And I won't have to take as much with me. So, as I said, move this forward, get the bumper back on, check the fluids, and then we'll give it a little start to see if those down pipes or downturned tips change the note much. Right, so that's her on. They're not too bad, even though it's blatantly not straight, but I don't really care. The main thing is I can attend the event. So I'm going to jump to the front now and do the fluids. Right guys, as I've mentioned before, I got the Mishimoto Rad and the expansion vessel. The only thing with it relies on a dipstick. There's no visual cut out or anything like that, so to actually know how much is in it. And with the instructions, you've got to fill this to its designated mark when it's cold. So obviously I've only started this to move it out of the drive, so it's, I'm not sure if you can see on there, I don't know if it'll focus, cold, see? So what I do is fill it to the top of that line there. What you gotta do, a mess about a little bit because it stays wet, so you don't actually know much is in there. This reading is just a touch. This is BMW blue coolant. Obviously it doesn't come like this. This is the exact stuff. BMW group. And it's, you mix this 50-50. So obviously this little bit I got is pre-mixed, which will take on 50 days of me. Him up, and then you just repeat this procedure basically until it's happy with you're at your max on your cold line. Right, that is actually wet now, so we'll do a couple of more dips, and then we can gauge where we're at. Pretty much there, just for that. So I'm going to put a touch more in. Any excess, it'll just go out the overflows, just not the end of the world. That should be us. Yes, just, I don't know if you can see, if it focuses sometime today. No, it's jumping out of focus. It's just a touch over from what we need. So I'm not too worried about that. Because yeah, it's a touch over, but it wasn't even reading, so we were low. So I'm happy with that. There we have it. It's definitely changed the note. Right. So that's it for this video, guys. I'm going to go ahead now and do a quick nut and bolt check on the car. I'm not going to film it because the pit is occupied with that thing and it's stuck there. I can only push it around. Obviously, if that was free, I could film and show you easier, but I'll do that in another video. But so if you're watching this and you want to come along to the Birmingham day, It's the 12th of August, which is a Thursday, I believe. I think it's from 11 o'clock till 8 p.m. There's passenger rides, so if any of you are interested in coming in the car with me or any of the other drivers, feel free to pop along and support what we do, basically, because it's in aid of the place not being closed down. So and showing what we do and how good it is for mental health and you know, keeping people minds and everything where they need to be. Well, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one.